Today we will start new chapter, data handling. So before going to that, what is meant by data we will see. Data is nothing but collecting different information that may be in numbers or in words. See, for suppose I have one table like this. Features, brand 1 mobile. Next, brand 2 mobile, brand 3 mobile. So features are first price, cost of that mobile, and next MP3. Next camera, Bluetooth, alarm, FM. Next guarantee period. So brand 1 mobile is having cost 1500 rupees and it is 1200 rupees, 2000 rupees. Next, MP3 is available for these three. Next. Okay, coming to this table, see this information is given about the three types of mobiles and their features. Okay, so if one person wanted to take one mobile, he want to buy one mobile, new mobile, then he was gathered the information like this. Okay, and he prepared a table for that information. Why he is collecting this information? Just observe now with whatever features are listed here and which one is better. Just observe. Brand 1 mobile cost is 1500, 2 is 1200 and brand 3 mobile cost is 2000. Now observe MP3 and alarm FM. These three features only available for brand 1 mobile. And coming to brand 2 and warranty is given for 1 year. Coming to 1200 mobile, MP3 is available and alarm. Only two features are available and guarantee period is 3 months. Coming to brand 3, all the features are available and guarantee is for 6 months. Now, which mobile is better to take? Is better to buy? See, just observe brand 3 mobile. According to its cost, it is having all facilities and warranty period also till 6 months is there. So, by observing this information, we are able to take the decision in easiest way. Yes or no? So it is better to choose the mobile. If he is buying among these three mobiles, this third mobile, the brand 3 mobile is better to take. So when sometimes to take the decisions in easiest way, we need to compare different features. Okay, so because here it is an item, so we are talking about its features. Okay, what are the facilities are there and which one is better? So whatever this collection of information is known as data, and how the table is prepared, that one is called organization of data. So data is nothing but collecting the information to take the correct decision. Okay. Organization of data means whatever we are collecting the information, if he is representing as a form of table, then that is known as organization of data. Further, we have three types of organizations. In this class, just you have three types. That is how we are representing by using frequency distribution table, and secondly, we will learn how to represent by using pictograph, and thirdly, we will learn how to represent by using bar graph. So moreover this, we have double bar graphs, next pie graphs. So many things are there. But in sixth class, just you have three types of graphs. Okay. Now another example I will give you. So data is nothing but collection of information. Data handling means how we are representing the collected data, in which methods we are representing the data. That is the data handling. Okay. Now coming to the next, one table is given. First, suppose like this table is given. Person like to have Lakshmi, okay, just listen. Here, this table is showing different persons and which that person is liking which type of fruit. So, if they are decided to go for a picnic, then one person wanted to bring the fruits for those people. So, she is collecting the information about which type of fruits they are liking to eat. Okay, according to that, she want to bring those items. See, now just observe here, orange. Which type of fruits are given? Just observe orange, grapes, and again orange repeated. Apple, grapes. Grapes also again came. Orange, orange, banana. So banana is different one. Apple also came already. Means total how many persons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many different fruits they are shown in the table? Orange, grapes, and apple, Next, banana. Only 4 types of fruits were shown. Orange is liked by how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4 people. Grapes, 1, 2, 3. 3 persons, and apple is by 2 persons, and it is by 1. So whether we are getting total 10 persons or not, just observe 4 plus 3 7, 7 plus 3 10. So completely whatever information is given, that is true. Now she want to bring the 4 oranges, 3 grape, sorry, 3 means okay, here we will take another fruit. Custard apple we will say. So instead of grapes, custard apples we will take. Oranges 4, custard apples 3, apples 2, and banana only 1. So these are the different fruits she need to take and go for the picnic. Okay. Now here, how many times that oranges were repeated? By how many people oranges were liked? 4 people. This 4 is count of that fruit or no. Count of an item is known as frequency. Means here how many times it is occurring? 4 times, 4 times it is came. So here this information is in words. In previous example, we have taken numbers, numerals. That information, see cost and months, all those we got in numbers. The collection of information in numbers or in words is known as data. Okay, and how many times the data, each entry in the data is known as observation. Means here, if we are talking in terms of data, so this information is called data, and whatever we have taken the table, that is organization of data. And here each entry in that data means Lakshmi, that person is liking to have orange. So this orange is an observation. So like the total, these are the observations, and orange is repeated how many times? 4 times. Okay, that number of times repeated is known as frequency. Okay, so here we have seen the definition for data. Data is nothing but collection of information. Organization of data means if we are interpreting the data in the form of a table is known as organization of data. So recording and organization. And next, frequency is nothing but, sorry, observation is nothing but entry of the data is known as observation, and frequency is nothing but count of that observation. And now first we are going to learn how we are representing this data in different ways. So we have in this chapter only 3 ways. Those are frequency distribution tables is first representation of data. Frequency distribution table. And secondly, they are mentioned pictograph. We are going to learn about pictograph. And third, we have bar graphs. Moreover, we have pie graphs, double bar graphs like that also. So in further classes, you are going to learn about that. Now just listen. Frequency distribution table means whatever frequency, see count of these objects. If we are representing by using tally marks are represented by, for suppose now 4 oranges are repeated 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that we will write. If more than 5, for suppose I am getting 5. How we have to represent that 5 by using the tally mark? 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth tally mark we need to put cross. That is, we need to keep separately. If I have 6, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. If suppose 12, I want to represent 12 by using tally marks. Just observe this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if the frequency is represented by using tally marks, that is comes under frequency distribution table. So further we have different types of frequency distribution tables also, but basically how to represent for the smaller data in the frequency distribution table, that one we have in exercise 8.1. And coming to next topic, pictograph. Pictograph, in this one we are representing the data by using the pictures. Okay, so we will say latron. If the data is represented by pictures, then that is known as pictograph. In this case, we will use particular scale. Okay, so about that we will discuss later. First, we will see about frequency distribution tables. And coming to third one, bar graph. Bar graph is used by using graph paper. We will prepare this. So bar graph, in this we are using rectangles to represent the data. Rectangles. Okay, here pictures, here rectangles. So two types of bar graphs we have: horizontal bar graph, vertical bar graph. How to construction of bar graphs also we have. So here also we need to use particular scale, and graph paper also we need to use to show the data as a bar graph. And next, see here in this we are using bar graphs. Sorry, rectangles. Length of that rectangle varies, but width will be fixed value. That is not changing. So in detail we will discuss later. So about this we have in exercise 8.3, and about this we have in exercise 8.2. Coming to this one, we need to learn. Okay. So before going to it, just take the definitions, whatever we have discussed till now. So here that information may be numerical or words. So whereas see just before whatever information she collected about fruits, that is comes under words. Okay, and if we are collecting the information about ages of different students in the class, that is comes under numbers, numerical data, otherwise words, whatever. So collection of information, either that be numbers or words, is known as a data. And next we have observation. Each entry in the data is known as an observation. And next, organization of data. So this one we will see later. First we will see frequency. So frequency is nothing but count of the observation. Means how many times it is occurred. That is frequency. count of the observation is known as frequency. So organization of data means if the data, collected data is represented like a table, okay, in a table to understand betterly is known as organization. So we have three methods to organize the data. In that first one, we have frequency distribution tables. So we can organize and represent the data in different ways. So, but here especially we have only three ways, that is frequency distribution table, pictographs and bar graphs. So now first we will see what is meant by frequency distribution table, how to construct a frequency distribution table for the data. Okay. first of all, we can represent the data in different ways. So in the first one, we have frequency distribution table. First, observe the example. After that, construction we will see later. And first, if they are given frequency distribution table, first suppose like this, marks are obtained. Otherwise, family size, tally marks, and next, number of families. And family size 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here number of families were 6, 19, 23, 5, 2. Size 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, just observe this table. By observing this table, we can clear that number of families with, family size 2 means number of members in the family. Only 2 people are there in the family, and 3 persons, 4 persons, 5 persons, and 6 persons. So the families with only 2 people was 6, and the families with 3 people is 19. The families who are having 4 people is 23, and 5 number of people in 5 families is 5, and number of people in 2 families is 6. Okay. So by observing this table, it is very clear. We can read that table. Means what is the size of that family and how many families are there. So this information is given by this table. Now for total, how many families this information was collected. Just observe. So this is comes under frequency. Okay. Now 16 plus 9, 25. 25 plus 5, 30. 30 plus 20, 50. 50 plus 5, 55. So total 55 families. How many persons are there in each person? They were gathered this information. Here one table is shown, tally marks. Tally marks means we just observe less number only, 6, 19, 23, 5, 2, all these are very lesser numbers. So if the data is in lesser amount, then we can represent the data by using a frequency distribution table. In the frequency distribution table, we are organizing the data by using tally marks. Tally marks means count of the frequency is represented by like this. So here 6 is there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Next 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So 19. Okay. So like this, we need to represent the tally marks. How we are representing? For every 4 tally marks, with the 5th tally mark, we need to cross. Okay, that is comes 1, 5. 5 plus 5, 10, 10 plus 5, 15, 15 plus 4, 19. Here 5 plus 1, 6. Okay. Now 23 means the 2 5s are 5 4s are 20. Means total 4 bundles will get and 3. Just observe that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 over 10 over 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 bundles and 1, 3. Okay, then 5, it is very simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 is very simple, just 2. Okay, so remember, This is the way of representing the tally marks. In this way only we need to represent. If you are writing the data, see this frequency distribution tables are suitable for only smaller data. So here smaller data only given, number of families were 55 and each number is very less, till 23 only highest value. So, and remember here what is the lowest value 2 and highest value is 23. Difference between those two is known as the range of the data. So here range is very small. That's why we can represent the data in frequency distribution table. Okay. In the frequency distribution table, data is represented using frequency of the observations are represented by using tally marks. Okay. Now take the definition for frequency distribution table. And after this, we will construct the frequency distribution table. A table showing the frequency or count of various items. That means observation. Various items is called a frequency distribution table. Items using tally marks. Is called a frequency distribution table. Okay, after this we will see one example. Now coming to the example problem and frequency distribution table. After that we have exercise problem. Twenty-five students in a class got the following marks in an assignment. So those marks are 5, 6, 7, 5, 4, 2, 2. So the assignment was for 10 marks. The assignment was for 10 marks. Out of 10 marks only. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total 25 observations we must get. 2, 2. 9, 10, 2, 4, 7, 4, 6, 9, 5, 5, 4, 7, 9, 5, 2, 4, 5, 7. So here we will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 only. So 25 people. Okay, all these marks are for these 25%. Now, first question. Organize the data. Organize the data and represent in the form of a frequency distribution table using tally map. And represent it in the frequency distribution table. Frequency distribution table. Second question. Find out the marks obtained by. Find out the marks obtained by a maximum number of students. And third problem, find out how many students received least marks. Find out how many students received least marks. How many students got 8 marks? So these are 4 questions are given in that information only. So we will prepare a frequency distribution table. After that, we will answer for those questions. Now observe the given information. 25 students in a class got the following marks and assignment is for only 10 marks. So here, what is the range of the data? Range is nothing but difference between greater value and smaller value. So greater value is 10. Okay, maximum marks were only 10. So 10 is the maximum value and 1 are there, so 2 is the least value. Range is 10 minus 2, 8 means 8 observations will, sorry, very lesser range. So we can represent by using a frequency distribution table. Whatever information they are giving, that is known as raw data. Okay, data is of two types, primary data and secondary data. Primary data means if the information we are collecting and preparing, organizing, it that is comes under primary data. And secondary data in this, for suppose some who is the favorite cricketer in the class, so that is we are able to collect the information from each student for particular class. So that is a primary data. And if you are want to write an essay on the any one topic, so you will gather the information from various objects like newspapers or internet, whatever. So that is comes under secondary data. Data is of two types. Directly we can able to collect the data, that is primary data, and if we are depending on others information, that is comes under secondary data. And whatever information they are given directly, that is raw data. Okay, raw data. For this we are preparing a frequency distribution table. Okay, first, so here least data, least observation in the given data is 2. So here that observations are marks. So these are marks. Next, middle value we have to take for tally marks because we are preparing frequency distribution table. And next, frequency of that observation means how many times it is occurred, means how many students got for this particular question, how many students got those marks. So number of students. It is frequency. Okay. So here information is given in numbers, numerical data. Okay. Now marks, first observation 2 to till 10 values we will take. 2, 3 is not at all there. Just observe the observations. 4, 5, 6 is there. 7 we have. 8 also not there. 9 and 10. 6, 7, 9, 10. Because 3 and 1, 3 and 8, they are not represented in the given information. That's why I am skipping those numbers. If you want to represent, you can, and you can write the number of students who got those as 0. Okay. Now, how many students got 2 marks? So just count, observe the information and count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 students got 2 marks. And how many students got 4 marks? 1, 2, 3, 4. Again 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 marks. 5 students got 4 marks. Next, see 5 marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 students got 5 marks. 6. 1, 2, only 2 people got 6 marks. Next, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and 9. 1, 2, 3. 9. 3 students got 9 marks. 10 only 1 students got. Now just count this frequency. Whether you are getting total 25 students or not, we will see. 4 plus 5, 9, 9 plus 6, 15, 15 plus 2, 17, 17 plus 4, 21, 21 plus 3, 24, 24 plus 1, 25. So whatever information we are gathered, that is correct only. Now, 4, how we are representing by using tally marks? 1, 2, 3, 4, that's it. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 1, 2, and 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1. That's it. So now, this is the first question answer. organize the data and represent it in the form of a frequency distribution table. So that is one, that's what second one. Sorry, first question answered. And coming to second one, find out the marks obtained by maximum number of students. Maximum number of students means come to this side. Maximum number means more, minimum is less. So more, what is the maximum value here? 6. Maximum number of students. For number of students we are checking. Find out the marks obtained by maximum number of students. Maximum number of students was 6 here. 6. These 6 people are getting how many marks? 5 marks. So 5 marks obtained by maximum number of students. Don't confuse. They did not ask maximum marks. How many students, more number of students, how many more number of students are getting which marks they are asking. So 5 marks are scored by more number of students. So second question answer is 5 marks obtained by maximum number of students. Maximum means more. Maximum number of students. And third problem. Find out how many students receive least marks. Same. So least marks. Least. Here, find out the how many students, number of students we need to find, and asking receive least marks. So least marks are 2. Okay, least marks are 2. Second problem is they are asking for marks, and third problem asking for number of students. So least marks are 2. 2 marks are scored by how many students? 4 students. So 4 students received least marks. So those least marks are 2 only. Okay, I am writing in brackets. Next, last question. How many students got 8 marks? Here 8 is represented, not at all that. Just observe the given information. 8 not there. So no student is scoring 8 marks. So don't confuse, just observe the question. Here some information they are given. This information is known as raw data. For this they are asking to prepare the frequency, organize and represent it in the form of a frequency distribution table. So this is the frequency distribution table. Here we are writing the information for marks and number of students. Marks, number of students are frequency. Okay, marks are observations. Now, how we are representing by using the tally marks. So here, least observation is 2, highest observation is 10. So 2 to 10, all values we can write, but here some numbers are missing, 3 not there and 8 not there. So if you are representing those values also, in case of number of students, we will keep 0 and tally marks also we will not represent. Okay. So instead of that, avoid those numbers, that is better. Now, 2 marks are scored by 4 persons. 4 marks are scored by 5 persons. 5 marks are scored by 6 persons. 6 marks are scored by 2 persons. 7 marks are scored by 4. 9 marks are scored by 3. 10 marks are scored by only 1 person. Now coming to the second question, find out the marks obtained by maximum number of students. So we need to find the marks. Who got more in number? Here number of students, 6 people is more, and those 6 persons are getting 5 marks, more number of times. Okay, and then find out how many students receive least marks. How many students are getting least marks? Least marks are 2. The 2 marks are obtained by 4 students. Next, last question. How many students got 8 marks? There is no student in that class who got 8 marks. So, no student is scoring 8 marks. Okay. So, in the next class, we will see exercise problems. All those are depending on frequency distribution table only. Okay.